Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to another exciting week of Olympus Rises. The date is January 29th, 2017. And today, the party's probably going to die. Just throwing it out there. That was also a manual fade out for those of you that are on Twitch. Just in case you were curious. So, that being said, this is time number one that I'll say it. Welcome. Thank you for everyone for being here. I believe this is week 26. Don't quote me on that. Might be week 27. Not 100% sure. It appears that my phone is still on. I'm going to go ahead and mute that. It's fine. We figured it out. It's early in the show. It's no big deal. Played hooky from work today because I felt like it. Because, fuck yeah, that's why. I'm going to switch everybody over to this screen. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, cool. And we're going to unmute Discord and see how everybody's been doing. It looks like we're still waiting on one person. Oh. Hello, everyone.
Good day.
How goes it?
It goes.
That's good.
Not too bad.
That's fantastic. That is good to hear from one and all, except for Megan and Will. So from half of you, that's great to hear. It's good. Will is inactive, so probably I should wake the prince up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we will start at the top of the order. Devin, tell us all about your week and if anything exciting happened.
I had a pretty good week. It was Emmy's birthday Thursday. So it's never just a one-day affair for her birthday.
Yeah.
So we've been celebrating all the way up to last night, where we went out to downtown Fort Lauderdale and we were out till like 4 in the morning.
That sounds great, because for those that don't know, in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, bars and clubs don't close until 4 in the morning. Instead of 2 in the morning.
Miami is 6 in the morning.
Oh, Miami's 6 in the morning. There you go.
Why even close at that point?
So they can
up.
clean.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not just serve breakfast? You can clean
Actually,
in between.
90% of the bars that we went to last night do brunch.
Yeah, totally.
So
That's kind of great.
yeah.
It's fantastic.
So that's that. And then yesterday, because the Chinese New Year started. So yesterday we were out walking the dogs, and I saw one of those red envelopes just on the ground next to the road, and I wanted to show them, like, oh yeah, this is the Chinese New Year thing. They pass these out, gifts or notes or whatever, to family members and friends. And so I'm just messing around with it, and I put my finger inside, and I pull out $100.
Nice.
So I was like, well, it's just like on the side of the road. It's not like in anybody's yard or in front of somebody's car or something like that. So I'm like, well, I just got $100. Thanks, bye.
Happy Chinese New Year to you, Devin.
Absolutely. Year of the Rooster is my year, I guess. Or as I like to say, the year of the cock. So, yeah.
Man, I wish I found $100.
So, that's my week.
Yeah, no, that seems like a great week, actually.
It is.
Megan.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you? Tell us if anything crazy happened this week.
Nothing crazy happened this week. I guess. I had a massage today. That was lovely. It's a good start to my week.
That's nice.
And I've gone into like full-on activist mode because our fearless leader has decided to lose his damn mind. So lining up some events for this week, so it should be good.
Sounds fantastic.
Yep, but other than that, not a whole lot to report.
Okay. How cold is it there currently? Because it's chilly.
It's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad today. Let me see.
What's not that bad? Because for us, it's probably freezing.
It was 44 today.
Yeah, that's freezing.
That's about what it was
fine.
Here in
like
the
a
morning,
big deal.
actually.
Yeah, that was our high today.
Oh, suck it up. It's still snowing here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it was nice here.
It's nice.
Oh, shit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 44.
Also, most importantly, Megan, what are you eating?
Oh, damn it. I'm eating chicken fried rice from Trader Joe's.
Oh,
And it's
fantastic. Yeah. No, what gave you away was the spoon hitting the bowl.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That's what gave it away. I've been spamming Will with messages. I assume
Oh,
the prince
sleep it.
the princeling is still asleep,
Uh-huh.
which is fine. Whatever.
It's a good time to be asleep.
If
right before he dies.
Right, if I end up just accidentally on purpose killing him, it's not my fault.
Uh-huh. Yep, seems good.
So we move on to Matt. Mallet, tell us what creations and or discoveries you've made in the Mad Scientist Lab this week.
Next week I will have something positive.
Okay.
I'm like so close to having it done. I really, just going through. I am well past the design stage for what it is that I'm trying to do, and I actually get to test out some things this week, finally. So hopefully I will have something to report back on, but I've basically just been grinding away at that. Nothing exciting
good.
for me, just nose to the grindstone. That's all.
I heard, actually, this might be old news now, but I heard you burnt your hand pretty bad.
Yeah. It could have been more than, it could have been much worse, because I wasn't wearing pants at the time.
I
But
I mean, I thought pants were a requirement in lab, but I guess not.
no, I was making
not in lab.
I was making coffee in the morning, and I had a mishap with my AeroPress coffee maker,
Did it
and I wound
fly
up.
out everywhere?
I wound up, yeah. So one, it was a colossal mess to clean up. It took me like 40 minutes to clean up my kitchen. Also, burned the ever-loving fuck out of my hand.
Yeah, like peeling away skin, like second degree at least.
Oh yeah, no, it's like 20% of the back of my hand is falling off at the moment
Nice.
because it's been just long enough for it to give
Nice.
up. Yeah, but that is really not that bad.
Right. Besides the secondary burns and cleaning up your kitchen.
I was
for 40
more.
minutes.
I will heal. So that's the thing. In like 2 weeks from now, I will have forgotten about that. My kitchen, on the other hand, doesn't just clean itself. Like, it doesn't have the capacity to heal from insults like that. So I was actually more annoyed that I had to waste that whole portion of my morning cleaning up. It did make it really difficult to take a shower, though. I had to like hold it up out of the water.
Right.
So that was really shitty.
Gotta wrap it in plastic, man. Get that sandwich bag and just pull it over and zip up the
Yeah,
ends.
there was there was nothing that was gonna stop that from hurting. Like, the hot air coming up from my shower made it hurt every time there was like a waft of steam. It was bad news, but
That's intense,
biggie.
man.
it's not the worst. But
No, it sounds
Yeah.
pretty bad, actually. Well, my week has been interesting. In probably most important news, the cat has a name.
What?
Is it the cat?
Is it Baby Kitty?
No, it is
Is it
not.
just official now?
It is neither the cat, Gato, or Baby Kitty.
Well, that's
It
disappointing.
is. It's Fife. Fife is the name of
Okay.
the cat now.
Aw, that's
I
cute.
like that.
I like it. I approve.
Spelled with a PH, just like in remembrance of Fife Dog. It's Fife Kitty. So,
Nice.
for those of you that get the reference, I applaud you.
I do.
Yeah. And that was mostly
Five dog.
Fife.
Oh,
Matt, there was this band or group called A Tribe Called Quest. You may have heard of them. They basically brought the rap game to where it is today. And one of the founding members, Phife Dawg, passed away last year. And so, in remembrance of the gangsta that this cat is for having, half of an eyelid and being a survivor, although hopefully no diabetes and dying young, she is now Phife Kitty. So, that's
Gotcha.
what it was. Everybody has used the cat tower at least for one thing now, which is great.
It's not a waste of money, hooray!
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a waste of money.
A colossal waste of money.
I played hooky from work today because I felt like it. And what else? Ordered a lot of Uber Eats this weekend. I had breakfast and cappuccinos delivered this morning to my house.
What?
Which is
Nice.
pretty fucking cool. So yeah, that's about how my weekend went. It was a really good weekend, actually.
Good.
Clearly,
good,
you have
good.
not seen the delete Uber movement then.
There's a delete Uber movement. Why would this be a thing?
Because without getting too political, the CEO of Uber is in the inner circle of Trump and was not taking people to JFK airport because they said that they were going to the protest. And so apparently that came from the Uber drivers were saying that it had come down from above, that they were not to drive anybody to airports.
I
looks
like
like they were
how
going to
you
protest.
preface that with not to get too political, and then it was all political. I love it. That was actually great.
Yep. Mhm.
That's more of a statement of fact than anything.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's really
It occurred, I guess. I'll just say
everything is political.
Yeah.
On some
Literally,
level.
me
Some
playing
level,
hooky
this is
from
true.
work today is
Is
political.
political.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, no, Uber's amazing, and fuck anybody else who comes up with dumb reasons to hate Uber. Although that is fucked up, I will say
I was
that.
going to say that's not a dumb reason, but I mean, that's not means that you don't have to keep using
Well,
it. Just saying.
Uber's the reason I didn't get a DUI last night, so hooray.
Right, yeah. It's there's no good outweighs the bad here, but the fact of the matter is I use it for good reasons, and
Yeah.
have not encountered any shitty reasons. So I see it as a good thing, because that's what perception is all about.
I was just going to say perception.
Perception is reality, so I don't know what you're talking about.
For everybody, yeah, that's kind
Yeah,
of how it works.
absolutely.
Like,
Mhm.
there's not a percentage of the population that can actually say that isn't true. So, there you have it. But not to get too political, mind you.
I feel like that's philosophical.
Actually,
Yeah, I feel like that
Jordan-
one's philosophical.
Jordan.
Yes.
You missed the perfect segue.
Right, no.
'Cause-
I
'cause
mean,
not to get too
I mean,
political.
the
what are you
perfect-
blowing up on this planet? now?
No. The perfect segue is talking about illegals on a planet. The group of you actually has just flown in basically under duress and ignorance of this planet's customs. And you have decided that guns blazing is the proper term for what is going to occur here very shortly.
Yes.
So before we get into recap of all of that, let's talk about goals. Let's talk about goals. So we will start. We will start with Mr. Fortune. Has Mr. Fortune completed any of his goals?
No, sir. Hopefully, maybe, possibly 2 today.
If survival, yes. Indeed.
Yeah. Definitely 1, maybe 2, depending on who's in this building.
Correct. Yep. That seems good. Cool. Awesome. That makes it easy for that. Miss Gogo. Has Gogo completed any goals?
I think I'm in the same boat, possibly 2, depending on how this goes down, but none as of currently.
Okay. All right. That's easy. Let's talk about Oscar. Has Oscar completed any goals?
Sure did.
Yes, I see. Completed
That
goals.
pause I took to mean you were reading,
Um,
and I wasn't sure whether or not you were going to start talking again the moment I opened my mouth. So I was waiting for you.
Yeah. So employ tactical expertise to help escape the system safely. Why do you believe you completed this goal?
because I acted as captain, made a tactics roll, and that led directly to us escaping without attaining so much as a scratch on the ship.
Okay, I think that is a correct statement. It wasn't particularly hard, but it was under duress.
It wasn't hard because I did well.
Correct.
Pilot was awesome.
Yeah, it was mostly the pilot, but yes, the tactical decision to put all power to engines was definitely, I think.
I'm not going to try and claim that was like a protracted engagement, but the whole point was to GTFO.
I think that you can gain a nice little 200 experience for that goal.
I'll take it.
Not the hardest thing you've ever done, but certainly something that you completed.
Hey, a goal's a goal.
Indeed. Let's
That's
look at
it for
Dr.
me.
Philip Fisher. Did Dr. Fisher complete any goals? He did complete one, but I will wait until he is back.
Damn it. Will.
Maybe two, because we'll have to see what the group says about his third one. If he doesn't, of course, die within the next few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cat just fell off the bed. That was hilarious. She was sleeping on the edge, and she just tumbled off and landed on her feet and pretended like nothing happened.
Because that's what cats do.
I was going to say, because that's a cat.
Because that's what cats do. Precisely. So, moving right along, that completes our goals. Let's talk about what happened in the last session. So I think we're all on this page right now. Yeah, looks like we're all on this page right now. Let me close this. So, last session we had come up with a plan, and that you guys can't see it, but that's in air quotes. To assault.
I felt it. I felt the implication.
Yeah, to assault this base via a three, or I should say four-pronged method is probably what we're going to use here. The idea was, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Dr. Philip Fisher was going to come down here through the dunes and come up on his bike with a short distance to drive in order to get to the facility and assist. Oscar was going to begin moving forward through these through this kind of arid bush and scrubland. Think Arizona with some cacti and maybe some shrubbery. So definitely some cover as he moves through here to try and get to the facility. Gogo and Boomer are going to go land the ship down here, give Chan a shotgun, and then drive out through these winding kind of canyons while they headed towards the base, kind of in a similar trajectory to what Dr. Fisher was going to do, but from another side. And then Fortune was going to be providing overwatch, as we would say, and picking off what he can, and generally providing information to the team. Now, all of that sounds correct, right? Sounds like what we were going in for.
I believe so. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final step was win, but sure. Yep.
But I mean, final step should really be survive. I think.
Yeah, I think final step is not die.
Final step is live to fight another day. I think is the key term here. And so I told you guys before we ended last session that because you guys aren't going to have access, and this may be a somewhat prolonged, drawn-out event, to get your encumbrance in order, just to make sure that we were all good. And so I assume that everybody has done that. And when I say this, everybody tells me yes, that means you can't change it after this point right now. So now is the time to ask questions. I saw your question in chat, Matt. I believe we've been counting those as the same as like flares. A group of 6 counts as 1 encumbrance.
Oh.
If it does not specifically say. Although I may have done that differently on the drive. Let me see. That is my current. I made up a rule.
My current loadout has them as, and I didn't think this seemed right, but I was counting them as 1 encumbrance apiece. So
let's see,
I am
permanent
gonna
unarmed. Well, hold on. Again, yeah. So I actually have it as 5 equals 1 on the weapons and armor Excel spreadsheet that I made before we even started.
Rad.
So, if in doubt, check
so
that
now
for
you
encumbrance.
have 10 more, right?
Yeah. Remember that you will be paying for those as well.
I have already deducted the proper credits.
Okay. But yeah, no. When in doubt, check that listing. It will tell you. I gave encumbrance to things that didn't even have encumbrance to start with.
Okay.
So, there you have it. I assume they're all frag grenades, right? Because there are different types of grenades.
They're all frag grenades.
Okay, yeah. Then they are 5 equals 1. They're all the same, but I'm just curious.
Yep.
Just because, you could have stun or sticky grenades or sleep grenades, possibly, if that was the thing you went for.
I can basically afford frag grenades, so I have frag grenades.
Okay.
Say, if we've gone this far, I think sleep grenades are underkill.
Yeah.
I don't think we're here to put people to sleep.
Sure, absolutely. So does anybody else have any questions about anything?
How much is a single rocket again?
So rockets count as 1 encumbrance each. That's the difference.
No, I know encumbrance. I meant actual money.
Oh, rockets in actual money. Rockets in actual money cost quite a bit, if I recall properly. Projectile. Oh no, it's probably going to be in. Might actually be in the actual.
I thought you had it on your spreadsheet.
Yeah, it is on the spreadsheet, but it's on the equipment spreadsheet, I think, not the ammunition.
Yeah.
Ammunition missile is 50 per shot. 50 per rocket.
Okay.
For an encumbrance of
I just want to
1.
know how much I need to deduct. From
For
my...
each rocket, you can pay 50 credits, and you will get a rocket.
Cool.
Also, if someone needs money to get things that they don't have that they need, I can supply money for people.
Also, question: how many rockets fit on a motorcycle?
I think we ruled it last time that there is an additional 5 encumbrance because you I think with both motorcycles you have a certain amount of mass that is available to you.
Okay.
Notably though, and I'm just going to say this, strapping them to your motorcycle as opposed to like having an actual attachment, because I believe there's also an actual attachment to like a storage container that you can put on your items. Just strapping them will leave them vulnerable to perhaps getting shot.
Yeah, I
Just
don't even think actually I need to do that.
FYI.
I was just asking a question.
Yep.
Because I think I have enough.
Go means to go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, exactly. When we see the mushroom cloud coming from the winding caverns that her and Boomer are riding in tandem, the group should probably bail because it's probably bad news.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna
Although
be fine.
realizing this now, I did not do any of Boomer's stuff.
That's fine. We can
Bag.
treat Boomer
I totally
as
forgot it was my job.
we can treat Boomer as we treated Hiapo before, but
Okay,
I will
perfect.
tell you,
Great. Lovely.
he doesn't have a whole lot because he has his own stuff that he's carrying. He's not going to be like a blank slate like Hiapo was. I will go through and determine how much he has when it becomes a problem.
Okay.
By the time it becomes an issue, I will have a good amount of things worked out.
Lovely. Then we're cool. At least I'm good.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And I believe I saw Will earlier had posted in chat that he was good. He said, "Well, and I guess I've got my equipment sorted." Boom, right there. Last Friday at 10:52 p.m. Seems great. Okay, so the very last scene that we saw prior to ending last session was careening out of this facility where two, and I know they look like rotors, but imagine those are actually grav engines. Two hover bikes with individuals riding on them comes flying out of the facility and headed towards where the ship landed, essentially. I think immediately you guys notice these things are fast, first of all. But secondly, you notice that I think that right before we ended, Oscar, you had radioed to Gogo that, like, hey, you've got incoming.
Yep.
And
Bogeys.
so, right, and so, like, Oscar, you're out of range to really affect that at all. However, Fortune, you are not. If there were an opportunity to reveal yourself, and I use that also in air quotes because you wouldn't actually be revealing yourself because nobody can see fucking where you are, but reveal, like, the possibility of, you know, maybe killing one of these things and figuring something out, you would have time to take at least one shot on them.
Okay.
If you wanted to take a shot.
Then I would like to attempt a shot.
Okay.
And based on the measurements we had before here, I think they probably just got it within 1,000 meters.
Yep.
So.
They are just within 1,000 meters away from you right now.
Yeah.
So you will not have disadvantage. Here's the deal. So, and this is for everybody's benefit because we're going to do something new in this session. Hooray! We're going to get into vehicle combat. Vehicle combat is pretty straightforward. When you're shooting at a vehicle or somebody riding a vehicle, you are shooting at the vehicle, no matter what. You just shoot at the vehicle. It's there's no, like, called shot or trying to shoot somebody off of a bike or something like that. You shoot at the vehicle.
Okay.
So you have to damage the vehicle down to 0 of its hit points, and then once that occurs, if there are people riding on said vehicle, they make a luck save, and if they fail, they take the vehicle's damage in hit points to their hit points, or the vehicle's hit points and damage to their hit points. So, for example, if a hoverbike has 15 hit points, let's say, if you blow up the hoverbike and then the rider fails a luck save, they take 15 damage automatically. No, nothing else. Armor doesn't apply. Hitting doesn't apply. Nothing. They just take that damage.
That kills everybody but me in our group.
Basically, yeah. The same works in reverse, though. When things are shooting at Gogo and Boomer or Dr. Fisher, it has to beat the bike's AC, armor, defenses, and then once that gets to 0 hit points, you guys also take a luck save to see if you take the damage. If you pass, it should be noted, if you pass the luck save, you take half of the damage. So you're still going to take damage when your vehicle blows up, is the point.
So what you're saying is get off before it explodes.
Right, yeah. If you notice your vehicle's taking some shots and it begins smoking, it's like GTA. You should bail the fuck out and let it go explode against a wall or something, or into a crowd of pedestrians, as normally happens in GTA.
Or preferably into your enemy, but sure.
Right, or that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, or if it happens to be, weighed down with a completely insane number of rockets, just drive that sucker right into it.
Explosive.
Jump off before it starts smoking.
In fact, bailing out might be the best option,
right?
Prior to being hit with anything.
Win-win for everyone.
It also should be noted that Gogo, you could totally, while driving, fire a one-handed weapon, by the way, off of the bike. You could not fire the rocket launcher and also drive.
that's what I think everyone just went over. Rocket launcher
wait, I have
one-handed?
a question.
That could be.
Yes.
Is my shotgun one-handed? No. Is it?
You could try and shoot the shotgun. I'd probably impose disadvantage because you wouldn't be able to brace it properly.
Okay.
But Boomer is essentially your gunner right now.
Yeah.
Now you guys could
shoulder
switch
of a
positions so that you could be the gunner.
God damn it! And then we just crash. Yeah, that's
Yeah, and then Boomer literally just crashes into the side of a cliff. But yes, no, that's totally how it works. Now again, that works in reverse. These guys are imposed with the same disadvantage. They will not. If 2 hoverbikes are approaching you, if they have no armaments on the hoverbikes themselves, they also can only use one-handed weapons, and if they try to use something like a shotgun or a rifle, it will be at disadvantage. I would rule that gunnery weapons are not allowed to be used at all while driving, which is what, obviously, the rocket launcher is.
Understood. Get off bike before shoot rocket launcher. Got it.
Sure.
Or at least come to full stop.
Right, yeah. You could totally just stop in the middle of the road, wait
Yes,
for them to come around the corner and shoot. Yeah, that's totally a thing you can do. So, does everybody understand the situation as it stands currently?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure there will be more questions about how we're doing things, and we'll get to those. I have fully briefed myself, so hopefully I will be able to answer those promptly when they occur. But most importantly, Fortune, you want to take a shot at one of these things. Now, Fortune, I've given you this. Remember, I do this because I love you. I have given you this opportunity to use your long rifle in a situation that is advantageous to you, kind of, sort of, right? So remember to tell us before you shoot what exactly you are using, because you have a couple different types of ammunition that you can load in.
I'm looking through things and I know exactly what I'm using. So,
okay,
I'm
cool.
going to be using an high explosive round this
Okay,
time.
cool. Yeah, which will definitely
Yes.
which will probably and so ruling wise, I would count that impact as a gunnery class weapon, meaning it would ignore the armor of a vehicle. Because
Nice.
that's kind of the point.
The purpose of an high explosive.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's the point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know how that works. If
Mhm.
so, that makes sense.
Yep.
If they shoot a person with that, what would that do?
Probably explode them in a lot of different pieces.
All right. Do I get like an additional roll to damage for that, or just ignoring the armor is enough?
Do your roll, and I will add in what is
Okay.
required to add in. Because generally the explosive round is seen as an area of an effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in a different situation, you might be able to hit multiple individuals. The bikes are
got it.
flying a little too far apart to make that happen. It's not like a grenade going off.
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite. Yeah.
I'd need a much bigger gun to do that.
Correct. Yeah. So you're gonna fire high explosive rounds. So here's how it works. When shooting at vehicles, it is always AC 9. But you always subtract the speed that the vehicle is traveling at, and if you are also on a vehicle, you subtract your speed as well. But you are stationary, luckily.
I am.
And so the vehicle's armor is 9, or armor class is 9, but its speed is 3. So essentially, you're going to...
It's a 6.
Correct, yeah. Essentially, you're going to be 2-hit AC 6.
Any other modifiers?
Not unless you have any.
Don't think so.
Hey, that's
Things
pretty
happened.
good. That's pretty good. So, you fire the shot. Oh, this is actually great. So you fire the shot, and we see the bullet time, right? Of it, like, coming out of your rifle, and the back blast, right? Or the flash from your muzzle. Exiting the diffuser at the end of the barrel, and it flies, and we see it like travel over Oscar's like shoulder, right? And it flies in, and it connects with the front. And Oscar, as you're like blinking forward and kind of like, you know, jogging or whatever, you see one of the hover bikes just explode in this gout of flame in front of you. And I need to roll a luck save because that is enough to kill the bicycle.
Things happened! Yay!
While you're rolling that, you know, Oscar's like probably got some desert colored thing, you know, sheet wrapped around him, some piece of shit he found on the ship that he thought would make him look stealthier.
God damn it.
Damn. He comes back to Fortune and he says, was that you?
You sound surprised.
Can you blame us?
Fine, next time I won't shoot the bike
It's like,
speeding towards
just checking.
So we see this one. And Oscar, you see like the pieces and parts kind of like fly out in all directions. And you see the individual kind of tumble and roll and slide to a stop right about here. And you lose sight just because of the terrain and the distance, right? You're
Yeah.
probably prone. But
So
this
that's
bike is...
far enough away from me that if there's someone on foot there, they're basically of no consequence to me.
I mean, yeah, like if they try and run back towards the facility, if they're alive, right?
I'm not going to sweat that for now.
Right,
Yeah.
you guys may have that moment where you cross paths in like non-intentionally. But
I'll deal with that when,
right.
if and when.
But with that, we see the other hover bike. It actually enters into the canyons while you're reloading, Fortune. and is off to pursue its intended target.
Yeah.
And I think also with that, we see that, like, in fact, we probably hear it first, right? We hear a siren going off over here.
Yeah. Get them all riled up.
Yeah, and it appears the anthill has been sufficiently poked by eliminating one of their higher class of defenses here.
So then I'd probably radio out to people who can't see, maybe, and be like, they know we're here.
Yeah. So, Fortune, are you looking down your scope, like, at the facility?
Yeah, probably continuously scanning.
Well, just imagine you can't see inside of these buildings, but I'm gonna show you what you can see.
Okay, cool.
So I have a sniper vision. All of the black lines, you can't see past those, so ignore that that's a thing.
Okay.
Right? But you are middle, so I have you right here in the middle. Also, your friendly tokens are not quite up there yet. They're just on the map to be on the map right now.
Okay.
I'll actually just move them down here so you can see a little bit better. In fact, you know what? Let me just hide all of them. How's that? That sounds way better. That way nobody can see. Jam layer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So, you have some vision. You can see that there appears to be, on the catwalks here, there appears to be a couple of armatures that are kind of moving around. And you can see, like, all the way into the back, you can see that there's a deeper portion of the facility, right? Yeah, you can see that guy. And since the siren has gone off, we can see things that are beginning to move.
Okay.
And probably we see, like, this is probably, like, running in this direction now. And we can see that this is probably running in this direction. And we can see that this one's probably running in this direction.
Yeah.
They appear to be amped up at this time and moving accordingly.
Got it.
So you relay, you can, and here's the thing, you can relay exactly what you see to the party now.
Yeah, I'd be like, there are at least 3 robot killing machines that aren't Oscar.
So Oscar, you get that over comms.
Yeah, he says back, how many of those explosive rounds do you have left?
6.
Save them for the bots.
Got it. Well, I was saving them for the gigantic guns out front, but okay.
I will take care of the guns.
Yeah, and I think speaking of the guns as well, we see that that these, they look like they're beginning to power up, right? Like the base is coming online now.
Yeah, some lights are turning on, and
yeah, maybe you see them like rotate and like testing their like up and down motion and rotating left and right, and they appear to be running through like a diagnostic of what they're doing. They appear to be becoming active because things and stuff occurred. Notably, Fortune, if you decide to move at any point, we can move you up and down this map so you can get better vision of stuff. So, like, if you decide to angle yourself differently, just let me know when we get around, because we're going to have to do this a little bit abstractly. Because of what's actually going on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Oscar, your plan is to continue to run directly at the base, correct?
Well, I mean, the way that it's drawn here, I am trying to basically, as quickly as possible, without, while drawing minimal attention to myself, I am trying to get around, like, the side to position myself where I can take some shots at these guns, because those are the big problem in his mind. Like, no vehicles are getting near that until those guns are down.
Right, and I mean, if they do decide to turn them on you, it takes one lucky shot in your vapor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, am I just looking at the map wrong? Or the way that I was looking at it, I didn't think that they could get a shot at me from the angle that I'm coming at them.
You're coming directly at the front of the base, right?
Okay.
Am I wrong here? understand what the difference. I don't understand how you're looking at it here.
I didn't take
incorrect.
it as no. I didn't take. It's not worth explaining. Sure, I'm running right the fuck at him then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how you were picturing it, because this green box is meant to be the entire, like, facility.
Yeah, that is clear to me now. So here we go.
I mean, I don't know what was unclear before, but okay. Yeah, no, this green box is the facility.
I thought I was going north, where I am positioned on the map currently, to go to the thing. I thought that was like a separate region over there.
No. This is the ravine, and
I understand it now. We don't have to belabor the point anymore,
okay,
is what I'm trying to say.
Cool.
I accept that this is more difficult now than...
Yeah, no, that's sorry. I didn't know that was unclear.
Well, the stakes just got a little higher.
Right. So I think that I'm going to hope that Will wakes up within a few minutes, hopefully. The little princeling is asleep, obviously. So I'm just going to move Dr. Fisher into the dunes, and we'll make him roll some checks at some point in order to not die as he's riding a motorcycle across sand dunes that he's never driven before, ever in his entire life. Cool, awesome. So I think that brings me to probably the least abstract part of what's about to happen. Gogo and Boomer have been relayed the message, I assume, that one of the bogies is down, right? Mm-hmm. And another one has entered into the area. So Gogo, is there a plan that you have here? You know that there is someone searching for you or the ship. Two things might come to mind. One, if you evade them, they may find the ship, right?
Yeah, no, I need to eliminate them.
And, right, or two, you might be delayed by trying to eliminate them.
I feel like I have time.
Okay.
So I think now it seems here like they'd be in line of sight of us, no? Is that too...
Well, no. Remember, this whole pink area is not... There is no line of sight anywhere in here. It is all like a taller hill with like these open areas and like river paths like running through, or like, you know, winding paths running through this canyon. You're in the canyon portion of the area.
Sure. Okay.
Right?
So if I can't see him, then I imagine that Fortune is going to give me where he went in the last.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So I'd be going in that direction. My goal is to drive around until I can get Boomer a good enough shot off. That is my goal.
Yeah.
So whatever you want me to roll to make that happen, that's what I'm going to do.
There's just like a bunch of paths all in here.
And I definitely already made a roll and passed it earlier.
To navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. So you know the direction you need to travel in, and everything is hunky-dory there for sure. So really, it's not a navigation check that's going to find you this guy, because you're both like running through these narrow canyons, right? And, you know, it might come down to you turn the corner and he's right there. So it's kind of this odd game of cat and mouse when you are when you're like, you know, weaving back and forth and in and out. And it's really all about who sees who first. You have a bit of a disadvantage here though, because you're in a TL3 motorcycle. That is quite loud.
Sure, but I also have a sniper scouting for me that he doesn't.
It's true, but once he enters into this area, Fortune's not going to be able to help you out a whole lot. Unless he comes up on top of it somewhere. You know what I mean? Because
sure,
like it's just a bunch of these narrow canyons. So you know where he entered. You know generally where you're supposed to go, so you have a good idea of his location to start with. It's all about the twists and turns that he takes in order to navigate over there. The other thing is, whoever this is probably has done this before. So may know the area, the layout of certain canyon markers and stuff like that.
So what should we roll to make this happen?
So I think that it's going to be a contested roll to see who can locate the other one first. And I think that the role that I would want is probably going to be... And Boomer can assist with this as well, obviously, because you have an advantage in the fact that you have a sidecar mate that can do stuff, and he is just all by his lonesome. So I think that this will be a. This feels almost like a tactics roll with wisdom, to be honest. In order to kind of identify where the guy is and what the best way to come at him would be. And obviously contested as well. So I'm going to roll for Boomer first, who is going to assist you with tactics. And Boomer's not great at it, but we're gonna give it our level best here. So we got a 4. That's probably not enough to assist you, unfortunately. So Boomer's too busy hanging on for dear life as you careen through these narrow passageways and, occasionally, like, pull his hands in so he doesn't scrape up against the cave or, like, the canyon walls as you're, like, driving through these tight, narrow corridors. So I think between the two of you, let's go ahead and do a contested roll between you and this other guy driving to see who can locate who and get the better advantage first. Okay.
Oh.
He rolled a 13.
Nope. That's actually not that bad of a roll for me, considering I have a -1.
Yeah, and he rolled
Still.
great, actually. So I think that there's probably a moment, Fortune, where you're scanning the base, and you see this glimpse, like this shining of light as you see the hover bike that entered into the canyons. It just dips over the top real quick, and drops back down. And I think that we see Go-Go and Boomer. You guys are driving, right? And like you take a turn, Go-Go, and you take a left turn and you take a right turn, and maybe you come to a halt and you like listen for a moment, and you can't hear anything, so you kick it back up and you continue driving, trying to find this guy. And we just see him kind of descend, and we see Boomer just like tap you on the arm and like point. And so I'm not going to have an initiative roll, but what I am going to do is I'm going to have a contested piloting check to see who gets to go first. And he's going to get a +1 because he got the drop on you guys. So it's going to be you obviously use vehicle land, he uses vehicle grav. And so it's going to be also with dexterity, obviously.
I didn't hear what you said. You cut out.
Oh, sorry.
Vehicle land dexterity, is that what you said?
Yeah, because you're driving a land vehicle and dexterity, and whoever gets the higher roll between these two will get to go first, and then we're going to go back and forth just for a couple of rounds just to see what happens, and then we'll go back to what other characters are doing. And he gets a +1 because he got the drop on you. Ooh, he didn't roll great.
God. That is literally like the
Reroll.
minimum.
You
that's
do
like
have a
the
reroll.
minimum I can.
You do have a reroll if you want to use it.
I feel like this whole thing is going to go
We got
poorly, though.
12
I
minutes
feel
on
like
the
I
hour,
need
Meg.
it.
Just go for it.
I'll roll it.
Okay, reroll it.
Going first has large advantages.
God.
Okay.
This is literally the worst I could possibly roll. Holy
Yeah, you're not
shit.
rolling
What
great
the
right now.
fuck?
And it
I've rolled a 1
begins.
for everything
Yeah, that's
in every roll I've had.
it's not.
Whatever. Here we go.
Okay, so he gets a drop on you, and we see him like unholster this submachine gun and just aim it down like the front, and he just pulls the trigger, and we just hear ta 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 ta. And he's gonna fire obviously with burst fire on this particular object. So, and again, remember we fire at vehicles. So, what is the speed of your vehicle currently?
Is this just a choice of mine, or
No,
It's
if
Black
you look,
Betty.
if you look at Whoa, Black Betty, Bam Balam,
Whoever edited
and
that.
then you go to the speed category.
You're welcome.
In the if you go to ship, it's not vehicle, it's ship. I may actually eventually put a ship
It says
vehicle tab
speed
in here.
one.
Okay, so that's a -1 to your AC, which is normally a 9, which gives him a he gets AC to hit AC 8, but he is also speed 3, so he subtracts another 3 from it. So you guys are actually AC 5, and no other modifier. All right.
God, you are. Fucking champ.
Yeah, I'm rolling well, apparently. So he hits, but again, he doesn't hit you guys, right? He hits the vehicle. So what armor does Black Betty have?
It's 4.
4. So it actually only does 2 damage. Because you subtract the armor score from whatever the number is. So Black Betty takes 2 hit points of damage.
Okay, and at what hit points of damage should I GTFO?
And that's really up to you.
Well, it has a max of 10.
I know,
so
I'm
you're not
kidding.
down to
It
8.
was it was a joke.
Yeah,
But yes, I
that's really
understand.
up to you. So now you and Boomer get to act, and I'll let you kind of direct what you wanted Boomer to do since you're the player and I don't want to metagame it.
Well, I mean, the entire time we were searching for him, I would have told Boomer the second you see him, like, be ready to fire. So
Okay.
he should have his rifle ready.
All right, so he's going to use his rifle. And did you have control of his character sheet? I don't know if I gave that to you.
I can check
I think I gave it to everybody, didn't I? Yeah, I did give it to you. Actually, you can edit it.
Okay, yep, I can open it.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you can go ahead and roll for his laser rifle.
Laser rifle. Okay, cool.
And it will be
burst.
and it will be to
Fire
hit
and all that
AC
kinda-
5, just like his was.
Okay.
Also, I realized I didn't even add burst in there for that last attack. So
Way to rub salt in it, Jordan.
I'm just reminding myself. I'm still going to remove the ammunition, obviously. Hey,
Yeah.
look at that. So hover bikes are not quite as armored as Black Betty is, which is great. It's great for you guys. They only have 3 armor, so you actually also deal 2 damage. Now, do me a favor. Roll me a perception wisdom check for Boomer, please. Whoa, Black Betty. I don't
That
think
is from his page, by the way.
You're right, it's just your name. A 6 is not high enough to notice what he was noticing. He's just
Yay, all my ones.
So Go-Go, you can do the reach over the shoulder, or you can do another action, right? Like, you can try and put distance between you and him, or, whatever you want
Close
to take.
distance between you.
Right, you could slam on the brakes and, like, have him try and careen past you. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
So I think that I'm gonna pull the, like, make it look like I'm gonna turn over my shoulder and make a shot, but really all I'm going to do is floor it forward. So, like, I'm looking one direction, making it look like I'm about to shoot at him.
Yeah.
So maybe he, like, has to duck or thinks that he's, like, an incoming shot's coming.
Sure.
Maybe he'll slow down or something in preparation for it, but really I'm not gonna shoot anything. I'm just gonna floor it around and kind of make a U-turn around him in, like, a wide arc to try to get behind him.
You don't have a whole lot of room to do a wide arc around him, though, is the problem,
Well,
right?
okay, whatever's right in front of me, and then I'm gonna go around. That's fine.
Okay, so I am describing this poorly, obviously, because it's
No, I understand. It's like we're in a forest. I get it. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna
No,
try to go.
you're in like a canyon.
Okay,
There's
like
rocks and shit.
there's rough terrain in front of me. I understand it's not
Rough
just
terrain.
a field. Sure. So anyway, I'm just gonna try to get some distance from him so that he can't take another shot at us.
Sure.
That's my
Sure. So in order to gain distance, it'll be a contested check against his ability to keep up with you, essentially. So go ahead and roll a vehicle land with your dexterity, and add your speed to it because you are flooring it. So add 1 to it because that's the speed of your vehicle currently.
Oh my god, are you fucking serious?
Dex. You fuck him up though with that. He rolled double ones on that one. So again, that's exactly what happens. You like reach back with your weapon and like go to fire, and we see him like kind of brings up the bike to like block it, right? To like deflect the shot. And then when he brings it back down, we see you going around a corner, and he has to kind of like slam on the brakes and like careen to a halt and follow you off into that narrow passageway that you found to go in a different direction. So I think here is probably with that kind of we'll imagine that for the next couple of rounds you guys are dogfighting, and then we'll eventually do to see who can get the jump on who again, right? But we come back down to Oscar and Fortune. what are you guys doing during this while all that is going on? Because again, in vehicle ship combat, we imagine that it's not 6-second rounds. It's probably around 10 to, or like 1 to 2 to maybe even 3 minutes with all the maneuvering and shooting and all that other fun stuff. So what are you guys doing in a minute or two? While
like I said,
going up.
He's doing a Terminator, like just booking it toward this. He's trying to like stay behind whatever minimal cover there is.
Sure.
And hoping that the distant explosions, courtesy of Fortune and perhaps others during this period of time, is distracting from the lone person on foot approaching at a distance.
Yeah, and you definitely have an advantage in that. Obviously, there's action going on in here, because now probably like kind of echoing through the canyons is the sound of gunfire and laser fire.
Yeah.
And, motorcycle like churning up dust. In fact, there's probably like dust like floating up above some of the canyons where like hardcore maneuvers are being done and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, Oscar is completely banking on being able to teleport from cover to cover.
Sure.
And
totally.
That there is a lot of there's sudden and increasing action elsewhere.
Sure.
But yeah, whole turn is just dedicated to movement.
So you can definitely be like, maybe a little more than halfway to your goal at this point, I would say. It's definitely you are unhindered. And currently not spotted. Perhaps if you get closer, it becomes more and more of a chance that somebody does spot you. But right now, you're safe enough distance away that nobody's really paying that much attention.
Yeah, and I do want to say that with the eventuality that he is discovered, he does have his shield
deployed,
opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So that you're always going to have cover,
like,
basically, no matter what.
Yeah. So he probably like wrapped some cloth around it or something to try and blend in a little better.
Sure.
But he's doing the sneaky breaky.
Okay, awesome. Fortune, are you going to begin bringing the rain? Is that Is that the thing that we're gonna go into right now? Okay. So we're back on the sniper screen. We can see now that
I've been on this sniper screen the entire time.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But now everybody is. So we can see now as well that like this guy's probably like moving up. We can see that this guy like comes around the corner here. We can see that there's a guy here that moves out. We can see that this guy is probably right about here.
Am I supposed to be seeing something different right now?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be seeing anything different currently.
Unless I'm watching Twitch.
Correct, yes. Unless you're watching Twitch. And then you can see some different things. So, cool. Awesome. And I think that we'll move some other guys as well.
I don't like that.
There's just a whole multitude of things going on here. I'm probably going to get all these guys in here. They're going to start firing that up. All right. Cool. So, Fortune, if you're going to take a shot here, where are you going to bring the rain down upon?
Right there.
Right. At one of the guns? Is that where right there is?
The northern...
The northern gun? Okay.
Gun.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yep. So go ahead and make me a roll. It is a stationary object, so it's 2-hit AC 10.
Okay.
But you do get disadvantage because you're out of your maximum effective range.
And I am using another high explosive round.
Another high explosive round? Okay, yeah, that's probably your best bet here. Armor penetration would be cool, but probably wouldn't disable these things as fast as a high explosive round would.
Yeah. Disadvantage. AC 10.
Correct.
And no additional modifiers?
Not unless you can think of any that you would have.
No.
I believe.
Okay.
With disadvantage, it becomes a little bit harder, but it is AC 10.
Against...
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So, these things do have some armor, You are rolling great for damage.
Well, it was also a high explosive round, so no armor.
Yeah, correct. I meant, yeah, exactly. It's high explosive rounds and armor. You're correct. So, Oscar, we see, again, we see the rounds, like, dig in. We see it, like, penetrate the like, inner workings before we see anything. And then we see the top of this turret just in a gout of flame. And that turret is disabled.
Excellent.
Probably burned out. So nobody's probably going to be able to fix that thing if they wanted to. Let me move this to the token layer so I can actually put a big X on it.
In the back of his mind, Oscar is just thinking to himself, "Gee, it's a really good thing that he got that rifle tuned up while we're."
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing you had somebody take a look at that.
Yeah. Like I said, I had to get new ammunition.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am firing TL5 rounds.
Yeah, you're firing TL5 rounds. Yeah, and so maybe Fortune in the back of your mind, you're like, man, these rounds are fucking accurate. Like, holy crap, this is great.
Hey, if ever there was a time to dig into the TL5 munitions, this would be it.
This would be it, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to pass on it to the rest of the crew. It's hard to keep track with my line of sight. I keep missing some people, but I know for sure there's at least 5 people to shoot at.
Yeah. I was good because I was actually going to ask, what do you relay to the group? Because
So
remember,
it's
you're the one that has
3
the vision
arbiters
right now.
and 2 humans, it would appear.
What do the humans appear to have for weaponry?
Guns. That's probably as close as I can get from here.
Okay, he's pretty far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's at
well-
1,500 meters, but he does have a scope. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'd let you
Should
roll
I
a perception
something?
check. Yeah, you could roll a perception
Yeah.
check to see if you can identify.
I mean, he's not
The type
asking
of
you for
arms?
he's not asking you for the serial number off them. He is asking, like, do they have
Yeah.
rocket launchers or do they have
Right.
Yeah.
submachine guns?
Right.
And that'd be off wisdom, correct?
Yeah, based off wisdom, sure, absolutely. A 7 is good. So these guys here, you can just barely see them. You can see that they appear to be carrying small arms, maybe combat rifles, maybe submachine guns, maybe there's a shotgun, but they appear projectile in manner.
Okay.
Is probably the information you receive. You could roll in subsequent rounds to maybe get some more, but that's what you get for now.
And would I know anything about what these? Well, like you said, they have.
Oh, so you guys
weapons
already know
attached
about
to
the
their
day.
arms.
Yeah, these are Daybreak Enterprise kind of standard issue dudes. They have they generally have laser rifles mounted on their like wrist mounts, like forearm mount.
Got it.
Yeah.
So small arms fire is probable.
Yeah.
Got it.
That would be a good assessment.
Roger.
Copy. All right.